Excellent.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year. Messiah University welcomes you to Jordan Court at Hitchcock Arena, home of the Falcons, and to tonight's NCAA Division III women's basketball contest between the Diplomats of Franklin and Marshall College and your Falcons of Messiah University. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? And now introducing the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First for the Diplomats of Franklin and Marshall. At forward, a first year from Marlton, New Jersey, number 30, Kennedy Wilburn. At guard, a junior from Aberdeen, Maryland, number 10, Denacia Bellamy Green. At guard, a junior from Jenkinstown, number 14, Natalie Cole. At forward, a senior from Newport News, Virginia, number 22, Kenna Williams. And at guard, a senior from Bethlehem, number 31, Maya Lockhart. The Diplomats are coached by Brianna Spector and assisted by Marvin Evans and Sherelle Simmons. And now, here's the starting lineup for your Falcons of Messiah University. At guard, a sophomore from Upperco, Maryland, number 25, Reese Hardin. At guard, a junior from Lancaster, number 12, Amber High. At guard, a senior from Lewistown, number 3, Elena Eckley. At forward, a senior from Washington, number 34, Megan Zimmerman. And at forward, a graduate student from Camp Hill, number 33, Leah Springer. The Falcons are coached by Mike Miller. He's assisted by Jimmy Noble, Cameron Peters, Mel Brown, and Jamie Warrenberg. Mid-Atlantic Conference and Messiah University welcome you to today's contest. Mid-Atlantic Conference promotes good sports.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year, and welcome to Jordan Court in Hitchcock Arena for tonight's NCAA Division III women's basketball contest, a non-conference matchup between the Falcons of Messiah University and the Diplomats from Franklin and Marshall College. I'm Matthew Fenton, joined by Matt Burr on the broadcast. We're a little short-staffed tonight, so we'll be jumping in and out throughout the broadcast to make sure you get the best coverage of Division III women's basketball we can offer during winter break before classes get underway. Matt, welcome to the broadcast. We got a good one on our hands tonight.
Thank you, Matt. I'm enthralled to be here. It'll be a great time up here in the booth, and looking forward to seeing the Falcons get after it here tonight as we open up the new year.
Matt, I'm going to leave you with the broadcast in your hands with the camera work as well as the play-by-play and color as the Falcons win the opening tip, as I'm going to go try to take some pictures during this first quarter. I'll be back for second quarter. Good luck up here.
Beautiful. Thank you, Matt. And the Falcons win the tip there. Amber High takes it home, and Springer shoots it across there to Harden. Fights for that loose ball as that was picked up there by the Diplomats as they take it down. And that's Kolb. And over to Lockhart, back to Kolb and in. And Springer with a nice job tipping that ball away. Looking forward to seeing some tenacious Falcons defense up here, coming off of 2 big wins on their spring break Florida trip. Knocking off number 10, DePaul, and also knocking off Bridgewater State College to end that with an exclamation point. And that was Kennedy Wilburn taking it down, just rimmed out there. As Harden dribbles it up, taking point here tonight for the Falcons. And what a great trip it was for the Falcons. As High shoots from the corner and drills it. Yeah, great to get some momentum back after a couple of difficult games for the Falcons in conference, including at York. As Eckley playing great D there, knocks that ball away. So the Falcons come here with a little bit of momentum. Playing at home. Interesting fact about this arena here. The Falcons have only lost twice here at Jordan Court at Hitchcock Arena since this was built, both to York College, as that one's going to stay here with the Diplomats as they get the jump ball there. Possession arrow shifting back to the Falcons. That's Kolb trying to kick it in to the top scorer for the Diplomats, Kenna Williams. And that ball's tipped off of her, Falcons ball. And as Matt Fenton and I were chatting a little bit on the broadcast earlier on, one of the keys to the Falcons' success today is going to be just keeping the ball. Turnover has definitely been an issue for them throughout the season, but these past couple games have been huge. They've been able to limit those turnovers and get to those big wins, as was noted before. As that ball hits off the backboard and Diplomats turn it over. That's Harden with a good pump fake, finding Springer back inside. Like she got a hard hand on her there. She finds Eckley there for 3, and she hits it. Good to see the Falcons getting off to a hot start shooting. And it's that tenacious D again. Forcing mistakes early on. Already 2 turnovers from the Diplomats. And that's 25, Quinn Galligan checking in for the Diplomats. She is a first year out of Morristown, New Jersey. As Bellamy Green takes it in and kicks. Can't find it, and a big rebound there by Megan Zimmerman. Zimmerman had also a great weekend As High takes that in with a good, strong drive, taking that down the court and hitting that layup. And the Diplomats take an early timeout as the Falcons rally to a 7-0 start today. As I was saying before, Megan Zimmerman with a big spring break, winter break trip as well. Megan with shooting the best out of all Messiah Falcons with a 500 field goal percentage, averaging about 6 rebounds a game and 2 assists, and about 9 points. Got a couple of big games for her on that winter break trip. Both her and Springer had a double-double against Bridgewater State. That's Bellamy Green taking it up the court. Reese Harden in that game, starting at point for the Falcons, also dropping a dime, dropping 10 points against Bridgewater State. She looks to start off the new year well. That's one of these things about these Mike Miller teams is they just seem to get better and better. Coming off of, 2 great seasons, but both being a little bit disappointing with the finish. Last year having a national contender caliber team, the year before headed to the Sweet 16, getting their year cut short due to COVID. And the Falcons look to break that press. That's Springer taking it up the court. High shoots from the corner. Can't hit that one. Great defense by Amber High there, as that'll go over and back. And it'll be Messiah's ball here at the baseline. And that's Milanese checking in for Reese Harden, as well as number 32, the senior, Madison Ike. Ike finds Milanese. She's stripped. Taking it up the court, and they cannot connect. And the Diplomats starting out cold shooting, still yet to put up a point. The Falcons are going to get that one as well. That's 23, Allison Narachi, the senior from Northford, Connecticut, checking in for the Diplomats. Good swing. And Leah Springer goes up strong, getting her own rebound. Leah leading the Falcons this year as well in rebounds, averaging 11 per game, and 17 and a half per game, and so she is averaging a double-double on the year. And that'll be Morgan Adams, number 13, checking in for Zimmerman. Springer connects there. Been outstanding shooting the free throw all year for the Falcons. A good strong rebound there by number 2. As the Falcons look to push it up the court. Springer finds Milanese, who pump fakes. Some good ball movement by the Falcons. And good hustle there by Springer, but can't get it to tip off one of the Diplomats. To Ali Tribolev handling the ball, and 44 Jacqueline Feet shooting. This fight can't connect there for the Diplomats, and pushing up the court is Eckley. And Morgan Adams is found wide open there at the elbow and drills it. So still yet to score for the Diplomats, 12-0 to start off the game for the Falcons. It's just that tenacious defense. Another turnover there by the Diplomats as Morgan Adams gets the steal. Goes to the left, back out to Milnese, who's open and drills it again. So that's 14 to start off for the Falcons. Great start to this game. Mike Miller on the bench yelling out to his players, still wants them to play hard all throughout the game. Mike Miller just a staple here at Messiah. I've As an assistant baseball coach here, gotten the joy of getting to know Mike. He's an outstanding guy. Has Milnese with a great pass up there to Eckley. And she finds her. Another timeout. As we'll take a quick break. As we come out of this timeout from the Franklin and Marshall taking that timeout, be given word that Leah Springer has just topped 1,500 points for her career. She is third all-time in Messiah scoring. Impressive feat for Leah. So the Falcons start off on a 16-0 run here. And the Diplomats looking to answer. That's Kenna Williams, the top scorer for the Diplomats. A great defense there by Adams to force a travel. That's Reese Harden taking up for the Falcons. Reese, a sophomore. And Springer taking it in. Another opportunity for an and one for Leah.
Fouls on number 23, Allison Araki, her first, team second. Springer to shoot one.
And Leah connects on the free throw there. So 2 and 1s for Leah to start off here in the first quarter. Great defense there by Milnese. And finally, the Diplomats connect. Make it 19-3. They put their first points to the board. Springer looks to reset the offense there. And Adams connects as the shot clock buzzer sounds. Ike not getting, that's Madison Ike not feeling the pressure of that clock. Still had time and knew it. Didn't panic. Let it get in there. That foul will also go on number 32, Madison Ike. As Haley Wagaman, Amber High, and Megan Zimmerman check back in for the Falcons. Only points of the game for Allison Mirachi for the Diplomats. As that's 14, Natalie Kolb working hard for that rebound. And that jump ball is going to go to Messiah. Possession arrow shifting back to the Diplomats. So Franklin and Marshall coming into this game having some success early on in the first season of their interim coach, Brianna Spector. 4-5 on the season. Suffered a couple losses as of late to Haverford and Dickinson, but did beat Bryn Markage very handily. As the Falcons can't connect there. Just 45 seconds remain here in this first quarter. As Zimmerman's going to pick up the foul there off that pick and roll by Kenan Williams. Just the second foul of the evening for the Falcons. Almost running into that 5 seconds there. And Kenan Williams is going to travel again. And the Diplomats are going to turn the ball over again. So 21-3 to start off in the first quarter as the Falcons look to add to their lead. About 10 seconds of difference between the shot clock and the... Wow, a great loose ball effort there by Morgan. And another jump ball, as there been some scrappy play down low. Morgan Adams can't hold on to that one. Tough pass for her by Haley Wagaman. And the shot clock is off. As Franklin and Marshall look to make a bucket here before the quarter expires. At the end of the first quarter, Messiah will lead 21-3. A great start here for the Falcons. Shooting the ball pretty well, doing a good job of holding on to it, and forcing a lot of turnovers for Franklin and Marshall. Some impressive buckets there as Leah Springer finishes with 6 points, hitting 2 and 1s. And the Falcons just dominating the boards as well. It looks like we're going to get Matt Fenton back here on the broadcast for the second quarter. But for now, we'll sign off and come back here in just a moment.
Matt, you had a pretty good first quarter up here, it looks like.
We sure did.
I was down there taking some pictures and see the Falcons up 21-3. The end of the opening quarter of action. Not really the game script you'd look for if you're a fan of the Diplomats. Falcons holding them to a 1-for-13 effort from the field in the opening quarter, forcing 7 turnovers are the Falcons. Here's Amber High down the lane, finishing with the right hand on the left side of the lane. Pushes the Falcons' lead up to their largest of the game at 20 points.
Amber High, a little bit of a X factor for the Falcons. She's had a couple real big games this year, kind of push them over the hump.
Diplomats can't finish inside. Zimmerman grabs the board quickly ahead to Springer. Springer to Zimmerman from the elbow, off the iron, no good. Springer grabs the board but gets it wrestled away from her. And despite falling down, no travel called there. Diplomats have possession. I believe that was Walton fighting for possession, first year for Franklin and Marshall.
Surprised not to get the jump ball call there, Matt.
Here's Bellamy Green driving inside, no good. Ball on the floor. Zimmerman on the ground, stays down there. Mid-range jumper taken and made by the Diplomats. Narachi with the bucket, just their second of the game.
That's right, Matt. Narachi with all 5 points for the Diplomats.
She hit that three with about 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Now Springer going to work inside. Nice move by the All-American, spinning around and finishing off the window and in. Again, 20-point lead for the Falcons, 25-5.
Yep, and if you missed it in the first quarter, Leah Springer was able to eclipse that 1,500-point mark. Still third all-time on the leading scorer list for the Falcons. Pretty impressive, Matt, to see her career. We got to watch her over the years, and pretty amazing what she's done here as a Falcon.
Sure is a rare 6-year player for Messiah. She had a couple of and-one finishes in that first half. Falcons forcing another turnover. Amber High with the tip. Megan Zimmerman snags the loose ball. Now driving down the lane. Nice dish off to Springer. Off the window, no good. Grabs her own rebound. And again, has it taken away in that far corner. That's Tremblay. Now Franklin and Marshall going left to right, trying to cut this down to maybe an 18 or 17-point lead. Messiah built it early and often. Drive down the right side, help defense by Zimmerman is there. Ball's up, and Zimmerman's going to be whistled for the foul. It's a shooting foul. Williams is going to go to the line for a couple of free throws.
That's right, Matt. Surprised they let that go on for a while there. Let him play through a lot of contact. Saw a lot of contact down on the other end of the floor with the Springer. But finally sending Kenna Williams, the leading scorer for the Diplomats, to the line.
And Williams averaging 10.4 points per game. Free throw is up and just a little long off to the right. Bounces away. She'll have a second one coming up here.
Yeah, Kenna Williams also averaging 11.2 rebounds a game, and so averaging a double-double. Pretty impressive.
Something Springer does on the other side. Williams, Ofer from the line on that trip. Messiah has it. Wagman pushing forward for Messiah. Dribbling with the right hand off to Eckley. Eckley trying to turn the corner back to Wagman. Wagman going baseline. Has Springer. Thought about the mid-range jumper. Now gets it off to Amber High. Lancaster County product. Megan Zimmerman blocked by Williams. That one knocks around, and it looks like it was off of Springer's foot last. It's going to go in favor of the Diplomats. So a nice possession for the Falcons, but an empty one as they couldn't find the bottom of the cup.
Yeah. Some great defense there by Kenna Williams in there to get a hand on that ball from Megan Zimmerman.
Jacqueline Fight in for the Diplomats on the substitution. Here's Kolb. Dribble with the left. Defended by Wagman. Now outside. And pass inside. Not connected. Springer going the other way. Gets her defender in the air. And that foul is going to be on the floor. As Springer put the ball on the floor. Got her defender in the air. But couldn't get up for the shot to be fouled. But foul's going on the floor. Falcons retain possession.
She got hit pretty hard there by Jacqueline Fight coming down the court. Good foul if you're a fan of the Diplomats there, though. Don't want to send Leah Springer to the line. She's deadly from there.
Mid-range jumper by Springer, in and out, no good. Rebound by Franklin and Marshall. Ooh, almost tipped away by Eckley. The pass gets through, though.
It's 14, Natalie Kolb for the Diplomats, second leading scorer. A nice cut there.
Great cut and a great finish in traffic.
Lockhart finishes with that left hand.
Thanks. I missed the number on that one, so I appreciate you picking me up there.
Absolutely.
Will AC hands off to Madison Ike. Ike underneath, can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by Adams. Quickly swung around, wide open. Elena Eckley from beyond the arc, no good. Springer is going to be fouled in the process. It's almost one where you want, like, the advantage playing forward,
yes,
like in soccer where they say, no, we're not calling it, we're going to let you play. She had the rebound and was wide open.
Absolutely.
But was fouled in the process, so bucket doesn't count. Timeout's going to be taken on the floor.
Wow.
If you're a Falcon fan, you're like, we would have taken those 2 points,
Yeah,
you know? But instead, a timeout coming, and Messiah's going to have possession coming out of it.
Absolutely there. Yeah, it's a tough one to take there, but a lot of contact playing through down there.
But 25 to 7, Falcons holding an 18-point advantage. They've held a lead of double digits seemingly for the entire game. They jumped out early and have held it the whole way through.
Been an impressive showing. Definitely that tenacious defense you see from a Mike Miller Falcons squad out here.
I don't know what you said at the top of the broadcast, Matt, but the Falcons, if they hold on to possession, they don't turn the ball over, they are a very tough team to beat.
Yep.
They've had a couple of tough games with turnovers, 20-plus, 25-plus turnovers.
Yep.
But in those games, if they hold on to possession, the Falcons generally come out on top. They're a very tough defensive team. And when they shoot the ball well and don't turn the ball over, it's hard to lose games.
That's right.
If you're holding on to possession.
That's right, Matt. And as you see in the last couple games, playing some big-time opponents, DePaul and Bridgewater State, they have 15 and 13 turnovers, and their winning percentage is going to skyrocket when you get the, stay out of the 20s. So
Exactly. Big win over the winter break as Messiah trying to get that ball into Springer. She's fouled again inside the restricted area. It's going to be the third team foul on the Diplomats. Kennedy Wilburn with the foul. Her second, team third of the second quarter. Falcons hold that 25-7 lead, 5:58 remaining in the period. Messiah gets the ball into Springer. Eckley turns the corner, tries to get off to Ike. Ike drives in, but another foul is called. So I think this is the second foul of the possession and third in maybe the last, 45 seconds or so against the Diplomats.
A game that was moving along has kind of come to a halt with all those penalties recently.
Falcons get inside. Ike in the corner, gets it swatted as she tried to drive forward, comes right out to Adams. Springer mid-range jumper, no good. Fights for the rebound. It's going to stay with the Falcons. So Messiah clawing their way toward possessions. They're going to stay with it.
Just getting after those boards, Matt. And man, oh man, they have controlled the rebounds here today. Quite a few offensive rebounds as well.
We'll try to pull those stats up here in a minute as the Falcons hold possession. Into Eckley, posting up. Tries to go up and under, and she's fouled. Taking it to the hole, so she will head to the charity stripe for a couple of free throws.
Yep, so Messiah controlling the boards 16-13 to the Diplomats. So not quite as drastic as I would have thought by seeing the flow of the game. Messiah does have 6 offensive boards, so 6 of those 16.
So the Diplomats, so both teams with a couple of second chances. And it looks like we're going to have a quick pause in the action, maybe some blood on the uniform or something like that.
Yep.
Usually see that in wrestling, a little blood time, but spilling out onto Jordan Court and Hitchcock Arena for a little basketball action. Speaking of that wrestling team, Messiah Wrestling will be in action this weekend on the road. Bud Whitehill Duels, one of the premier Division III duel events of the year, happening in Williamsport, hosted by Lycoming College.
Yep.
Longtime coach Bud Whitehill is the namesake for that tournament. Falcons have won that a number of times over the years. We'll see how they do this year. They're having a fine season thus far. As looks like we have a couple substitutions, and now we're ready to go with Elena Eckley coming out of the game. So she was fouled in the play. A little confused as to what's going on, but either way, Reese Harden comes in for the free throws and knocks down the first one. So not exactly sure what's going on, but that is a bucket made for the Falcons, and Harden takes the second one and makes that one as well. So
a nice lefty shot of Reese Harden.
A friend of the Athletic Communications office.
Yes.
Does a little bit of camera work for us here and there.
Yep.
Here's Galligan inside, wide open for the layup is Fight.
It's a good find there by Galligan.
You don't see that very often by the Falcons, but an unmarked Diplomat inside the painted area. Running layup is no good. Rebound by the Diplomats and losing possession on the way up. I think that was Galligan.
Number 25, and Harden defending her down there.
So after getting cleaned up on the sidelines, Eckley and Springer are back into the game. And it looks like Ike and Milanese will take a quick seat. 5:02 left in the opening half. Falcons lead 27-9. In control of this one from the start.
Went on
Eckley turns the corner. Nice find to Adams. Up and under. She can't get it to go.
It's going to come out. Yep.
Falcons not as efficient making their shots here of late. They were looking really good in the first quarter.
That's right. Yeah, as you were saying earlier, Matt, if you just joined us, 16-0 run to start the game for the Falcons before the Diplomats were able to put up their first points of the game. Harden can't connect there.
I think it was actually a 19-0 run.
19.
As the Falcons were up big.
Wow.
A couple of quick possessions on either end. Messiah's going to take control and try to push it forward again. Falcons have led by as many as 20 in this one. Here's Amber Hyde driving inside. A lot of contact. She's going to be fouled in the process. And she'll head to the line.
A good take there by Amber, forcing that foul.
Fouls on number 14, Natalie Cole, her second. Amber Hyde.
So Messiah shooting a perfect 4 for 4 from the line tonight.
Why don't you just give her the broadcaster's jinx?
We'll see.
Oh, not yet. 5 for 5. As High knocks that one down, have the chance to push it back to their largest lead of the game. That one rattles home.
Hey, I'm new up here, Matt, but that was good to see that she came through for me there, Amber.
She came through. You have to say thank you after the ball game here. Messiah up 29-9. Couple of substitutions for the Diplomats. Falcons thought they were going to bring about a half-court press, but settle back into their normal zone. Yep. That one doesn't find the hands of its intended target. Skips out of play, and now Messiah basketball looking to push this back to a 20-plus lead. There's a little three-quarter court pressure coming from the Diplomats. Harden and Eckley in the backcourt, and Messiah turns it over. Galligan takes it, I will say from mid-coast to coast. Yes. It was kind of from the Midwest to the coast. Not exactly coast to coast, but had the steal and then the finish. Here's Adams. Gets it taken away. Messiah struggling here in the last couple of possessions. Diplomats trying to get a little momentum, trailing by 18, but still plenty of time left in this ballgame.
Yeah, that's true, Matt. Messiah can't give up here.
Mid-range jumper. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound grabbed by Williams. Fouled on the way back up. She'll go to the free throw line.
Fouls on number 12, Amber Hyde, her first, team second.
Falcons are in the bonus for the rest of this quarter. They'll go shoot a couple of free throws each time they're fouled. Diplomats not in the bonus just yet. Messiah with just 2 fouls in the quarter as Williams knocks down her first.
Williams missing her first two to start.
Knocks down her second two. So
Down her second two there. So
29-13. Again, three-quarter court pressure. High and Harden in the backcourt for the Falcons. Harden takes it ahead, looking for the handoff to Eckley. Now to Adams at the free throw line. Kick back out to High. High driving, dribbling with the right hand. Underhand handoff. Elbow jumper by Harden is good.
just a beautiful left-handed stroke there, Matt. Love to see that.
Williams underneath, can't get the first one to go, grabs her own board and finishes it off.
That's a good hustle there by Kenna Williams to get down the floor and beat Morgan Adams.
Sai finding the soft spot in that three-quarter court pressure. Harden hands it off to Springer. Springer underneath, kicks out to wide open High. From the corner, spins that one in for three. Just like that, the lead's back to 19.
And that's great to see there, Matt. Love to see Messiah hitting those threes. It's been one thing in their repertoire that has been lacking a little bit this year.
Eckley's usually the one to knock them down for the Falcons.
Right.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to turn the corner is Galligan. And Galligan with the finish. So Galligan with the nice drive. Now the Falcons going the other way. Here's Harden. She just hit a three a minute ago. Hand off to Springer. Can't turn the corner. Going to turn the ball over.
Galligan all over the court tonight.
That was a nice, real nice steal by the Diplomats. And quickly that lead that was 19 a moment ago is cut down to 15.
Galligan vaults into the leading scoring category for the Diplomats. There was 6 points now.
I don't know if Harden noticed there when she turned around, but there's nobody with her. So had an opportunity to shoot, instead passed off to Adams, and Adams knocks down the mid-range jumper. Under a minute to play in this opening half. Diplomats with the ball, pushing forward. Gets it inside, and the finish by Williams.
And it looks like might get a charge there.
And they are going to call a charge. That was
good for Springer to get planted there in the lane.
a nice.
Like a little bit of a questionable call there, but
I was surprised. I turned away. I didn't see the whole play. I saw Williams go up and put it in off the window, but fouled call, so that bucket's off the boards. It's a nice take by Williams, maybe just a little out of control.
Yep. Good help defense to get there and get set by Springer.
Here's
Veteran
Springer.
move there.
Springer finds the hands of an acrobatic High right in front of the Diplomats bench. Screen set up top. High has it.
That's Emma Bell, the freshman, checking in for the Falcons.
Here's Eckley from right in front of us. And it's going to stay with Messiah. So Eckley off the mark, but team rebound by the Falcons as it goes out of bounds. 7.1 seconds remain in this second quarter.
That's right, Matt. We should get up the final shot here.
Back into High. High working her way down. Fouled in the process. Can't get it to go, but earns a couple of free throws.
Amber High, the leading scorer for the Falcons tonight.
Yeah, 4 for 5 from the field.
11 make that 12 points. So a good hot start for the junior.
The game's leading scorer so far.
That's 13 now for Amber High. So the junior out of Lancaster, PA, having a great night to start. And Galligan cannot get that shot up to end the first half.
The score, Messiah University 38, Franklin Marshall College 19.
So Falcons doubling them up here in the first half. Messiah dominant in the first quarter. Out to, I believe it was a 21-3 lead.
Yep.
Second quarter, Diplomats started coming back a little bit. Couple of nice finishes. I think the Diplomats, they were off for an entire month coming into this game, so maybe just a little bit of rust.
Yep.
I think their last game was on December 5th. Falcons, couple games over the winter break.
Yep.
Maybe the difference in that first quarter.
Yep.
Second quarter, Falcons still in command, but a little bit tighter across the boards.
Absolutely.
We're going to step away for a few minutes. We got 14 minutes and some change on the clock right now. We'll step away for about 12 and a half, 13 of those. We'll be right back with second half action here from Jordan Court and Hitchcock Arena. The Cy Falcons leading the Franklin and Marshall Diplomats 39-19.
And welcome back to Hitchcock Arena. Jordan Court here at Messiah University as we'll pick up here for the second half of action. The Messiah University Falcons leading the Franklin and Marshall Diplomats 38-19 after one half of play. Pretty one-sided affair in the first quarter. Messiah outscoring the Diplomats 21-3 in the first quarter. Second quarter a little bit more even. The Franklin and Marshall Diplomats shot a abysmal 1 for 13 in the first quarter of play, but in the second quarter, shooting a solid 7 for 15, so they turned it around. As the Diplomats just get that inbound in to start off the second half of play. It's going to be Natalie Kolb starting off with the ball. Back out to Maya. Trying for that three, can't hit it. Amber High takes it up the court, finds Springer with the left and can't get it to go. Going for her third and one of the game. Can't get it, but Leah will go to the line. So a couple stats for you coming out of the first half. Messiah shooting just over 40%. As Springer can't connect on that free throw. 30%, just over 40% from the field. Shooting 100% of the line in the first half. As Leah uncharacteristically can't get those free throws to fall. And the Diplomats push it back up the court. Yeah, again, a pretty one-sided affair in the first half, or the first quarter, I should say. But this second quarter, Diplomats turning it around, a lot more energy. And as our friend Matt Fenton mentioned, Diplomats coming off of not playing for almost a whole month before coming back to this game. Messiah obviously having a couple games over their winter trip to Florida. They kind of hop back in step and rhythm as she kicks it back out to Amber High, the leading scorer in the first half. And Zimmerman can't get that to go. Neither can Springer. She has a great effort. Amber High laying out for that ball. What great effort there by the Falcons to get that ball back. So extremely impressive there. Go out and get that ball. Amber High, our leading scorer in the first half with 13 points. And she was followed by Leah Springer, as that's going to stay with the Falcons. Also putting up some points in that first half was Reese Harden with 4, Chloe Milanese with 2, Morgan Adams with 6. As Reese Harden comes off that screen, finding Springer at the elbow. She takes a good hard drive with the right and sinks it. So Leah definitely on double-double watch again tonight. And a great block there by Megan Zimmerman. Amber High taking it up the court. And that's going to be a foul on number 22, Kenna Williams. That's going to be her third foul. As Jacqueline Fight will check in. Number 44 for the Diplomats. On the floor for the Falcons right now, we have Amber High, Reese Harden, Lena Eckley, Leah Springer, and Megan Zimmerman. Your starting 5 from the first half as well. Springer looks to get position in there. Does not hit there from the baseline. And that's going to be a travel. Oh, number 10, Denasia Bellamy Green. Because the Falcons will get the ball back. It's the sophomore Reese Harden up to Eckley as they break that three-quarter press. As Falcons get set. Amber High coming off that screen. Back out to Harden. Looking back in for Zimmerman, but that ball's kicked away by Maya Lockhart, the senior for the Diplomats. And Harden will take it out for the Falcons. Ackley coming off a nice screen there. Coming in from the left, lays it up with the right. Up and under, up and in. And the Falcons lead it 42-19. Springer with good hard defense there. She looks in for Jacqueline Fight, and she hits it. So the Franklin Marshall Diplomats will take a timeout, and 7 minutes to go left here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break. Be right back with you. And we'll pick back up the action here. And 7 minutes to go left here in the third quarter. Falcons up 42-21. As Amber High will take it out for the Falcons. Look to break the full court press here. And they do. As our longtime announcer and faculty athletic representative Ed Ark mentioned on the break, game here, supposed to be against Penn State Harrisburg, is canceled on Wednesday, unfortunately. As Eckley picks it up, shoots it, cannot hit it. Amber High looking to put it in and gets stuffed at the rim. Can't get it to go. That's Maya Lockhart giving it up to Denasia Bellamy Green, who takes it in, beats Harden. Coming from the left, goes in with the right. That lead shrinks just a little bit there. Yep, so unfortunately, game canceled against Penn State Harrisburg on Wednesday. But we will see the Falcons play here again against the Alvernia College Golden Wolves on Saturday. So that'll be here again at Jordan Court at Hitchcock Arena. Get back to some MAC Commonwealth action. So swing it out there to 25 into Denasia Bellamy Green, and she's going to get fouled on the shot there. Looking to go up with the left. And she will shoot two. And she hits there. And she hits both there. So shooting just 4 of 6 from the line, the Diplomats. 2:04 in the first half. And that's Chloe Milanese checking in. That'll be an offensive foul on Milanese. It'll go back with the Diplomats. Fortunately, just lost her balance a little bit there. And the Diplomats looking to switch on that screen. Milanese just came in too hot. That's Bellamy Green with the ball. Coming in with a strong left. Can't get that to go. A little bit of a weak foul there, unfortunately. Second there on Milanese in under a minute. And Madison Ike will check in for Amber High. So Bellamy Green goes back to the stripe for the Diplomats. And she hits. So 3-3 for Denasia Bellamy Green from the line. She can't cash in. That second free throw. So Masai's lead shrinks to 16 as Springer has a nice dish to Megan Zimmerman. Nice little no-look pass. Good switch there. Better screen, unfortunately. Bellamy Green turning it up here for the Diplomats. Springer swings it out to Ike. Back to Springer. Coming off of the screen. Getting back to the elbow, can't hit. And Milanese with great hustle to get to that ball. Kicks off a 25, Quinn Galligan. And it's going to stay with the Falcons. So Milanese will take it up. Take it out, I should say. Left on the shot clock, and Springer finds Megan Zimmerman on back-to-back possessions. So good to see Megan Zimmerman doing some great work in the post there. A couple easy layups. Galligan swings it out to 30 there, and that's Maya Lockhart. Ike working to get off that switch. That's good work there. And a nice move by 44, Jacqueline Fight, working on Ike to put that one in the hole. Good drive there by Eckley, who swings it out to Springer in the corner, and she fills it up. So nice work there to find Leah wide open in the corner, and she drills that three. Again, good to see. That's Megan Zimmerman working on Jacqueline Fight, and Fight having a good night. Didn't intend for that rhyme there, but I'll take it. And Leah again looking to fill it up, and she follows that board. Great effort to get that rebound and go back to the line. So that foul is going to go against 44. Jacqueline Fight will be her second. As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Leah Springer having a good night on double-double watch, and also passing the 1,500 point mark. She's going to be third all-time on that list. Leah with a good chance to hop up to second on that all-time scoring list for the Falcons as she hits both free throws. And Messiah goes back up 51-32. Keeping that 19-point lead they had at the start of the third quarter. Swings it into Jacqueline Fight, who's going to turn that one over, looking for 22. Kenna Williams in the post. Can't find her. So applying that good pressure is going to be key. Looking to break that three-quarter court press. As Ike swings it out to Adams. Back to Milanese and back to Adams. Wins that from just inside the three-point line. 53-32. 21-point lead, for the Falcons. And a great strip there by Chloe Milanese. She's going to look to go about coast to coast, and she hits it. That's great defense and a great hustle there. Good hustle by the Diplomats to get back, but just not enough as Milanese finishes there with the right hand. And Diplomats swinging out. That's Natalie Kolb looking to hit it from three, and she can't. Fight looked like she had that rebound secured for the Diplomats, but Bellamy Green came out and unfortunately pushed that one out of bounds. So the Falcons will get the ball back. Milanese looking, finds Madison Ike. And Leah Springer's going to come take that ball and break the press. 55-32 with 1:18 to go here left in the third. Leah Springer working around the corner there. And she's going to get the foul on the floor. It's going to be the third foul for 23, Allison Durace of the Diplomats. And number 11, Amber High is checked in for the Falcons. I'm sorry, that's 11, Morgan Wagaman. Great foul by Morgan Adams to hit that with the left. Bellamy Green finds Kolb wide open, can't hit it again. And that's going to be Narachi who hits that one as Adams tried to tip it out. Haley Wagaman takes it up the court for the Falcons. Looks to set up the offense. Seems to be about no difference between the shot clock and the play clock here for the third quarter. The Falcons look to get up that last shot. And there will be just 2 seconds left. So the Falcons will look to get up one last quick shot here before the quarter ends. And unfortunately, the Falcons turn that one over.
At the end of the third quarter, the score, Messiah University 50.
So as we head into the fourth quarter, we have 57 for your Messiah University Falcons leading the Diplomats. 57-34. We'll be back with you at the start of the fourth quarter in just a minute.
We are back with fourth quarter action. Messiah women's basketball leading 57-34. I'm Matthew Fenton doing some play-by-play, joined by Matt Burr on the broadcast. Matt, I missed the third quarter. What do you got for me? What were the highlights?
Hey, we got some big points. Franklin Marshall rallying a little bit at the beginning of the half, but Messiah coming back strong. A couple of great plays inside. Some good post moves, some good work there. A couple of turnovers by the Diplomats kind of evened it out, and now we have Falcons actually had their biggest lead of the game at 25 just before the Diplomats were able to hit a bucket before.
Yeah, I saw Milanese with a nice steal and bucket in the middle of that quarter for the Falcons as they continue to control this game as we enter the fourth quarter. Diplomats, a couple of missed free throws to start this final period. Harden maybe thought about pulling the trigger there from downtown, instead pulls back, finds Wagaman around to High, dribbling, driving into the paint. Hand off to Harden. Reese Harden kick out to Adams on the outside, a little short. Harden battles for the rebound and is going to be whistled for the foul. So already 2 fouls for the Falcons in this fourth quarter. And we're only 47 seconds in, so.
Yeah, not the best start there. It's Wackerman getting in the face there of Bellamy Green.
Bringing just a little bit of token pressure there.
That's right.
Up and under, and the third foul against the Falcons in the opening minute of this fourth quarter. That is against Amber High. Her second, Messiah's third, as I mentioned, of this opening minute of the fourth quarter.
Will be Maya Lockhart going to the strike for the Diplomats, and Megan Zimmerman checks in for Morgan Adams.
Lockhart with a couple of points this evening, misses her first free throw. So despite 3 fouls for the Falcons in this first minute of the fourth quarter, no points so far for the Diplomats.
That's right, Matt. Diplomats missing those 2 free throws, just 5 of 12 from the stripe tonight.
Springer grabs that rebound to secure the double-double in the game. 15 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists so far for the grad student from Camp Hill.
Great to see, Matt. I did mention she was on double-double watch earlier today, so good to see that she cleaned that one up, and would take quite the feat, but not out of the realm of possibility for a triple-double. Don't see that very often.
Ball inside, tied up, and jump ball is going to be called. Falcons hold the possession arrow.
A lot of gritty efforts out here on the floor tonight, Matt. I've seen a couple of loose balls, some bodies diving around, working for those. It's a lot of good energy here for the Falcons. Love to see that, but fortunately, Wagaman can't get that one to go before the shot clock goes off.
So Falcons maybe just lose track of time there after that jump ball was called. Shot clock didn't reset. So Falcons whistled for the violation. Harden picking up the ball in the half court. Tips around, is going to find the hands of Narachi, and she finishes it off from the left side.
That's right, man. Narachi, I believe, is going to be leading scorer for the Diplomats with that. Put her above.
Zimmerman bullies her way down, now off to High. High one-on-one, goes to the right. Doesn't get it to go, but the Falcons will retain possession after Williams got a hand on that one and tipped it out of bounds. 9 seconds on the shot clock as that one didn't hit iron on the way by. Here's Harden to inbound. Nowhere to go with it just yet. Gets it in the Springer in the corner. Springer pulls up from distance off the front. No good. Rebound by Williams and the Diplomats. There's Narachi trying to turn the corner And another foul. So the fourth foul. We're just 2.5 minutes into this quarter. Springer picks up her first foul. Messiah's fourth of the quarter. Rachi to the line. Looking to get into double digits with this free throw. She's got 9 points on the evening.
Yep.
And she does indeed. Diplomats just 6 of 13 from the free throw line so far this evening.
Rachi notched that second one there, Matt. And yeah, it's been a big factor in this game. Messiah shooting a little bit better from the stripe. 10 of 12 from the free throw line.
Here's Harden over to High. Inside to Springer. Nice pass. And Springer can't get that one to go. Rebound bounces around. Is going to be grabbed by the Diplomats.
Drew a lot of contact inside there, but didn't get the call.
Lockhart eventually ended up with the rebound. She's still got it in her hands. Jumper from the top of the arc. No good. Rebound by Springer. Springer, lots of space, carrying it forward. And finds Reese Harden. Mid-range jumper from the baseline. No good. Zimmerman, we've seen her on the floor 3 or 4 times this evening, fighting for it.
Working hard for that rebound. Unfortunately, that one's going to go with the Diplomats.
Does get the jump ball, though. So no rebound, but something you don't see in the box score, but a jump ball forced by Zimmerman. There's Bellamy Green. To inbound. Now the Diplomats going across the timeline. Amber High, nice instincts to jump that passing lane. Knocks it into our crew of grad assistants. Liam Dole and Andrew Bookman. You see him over there doing our stats. We said we were thin staff tonight. Have to give a big shout out to Matt Burr on the mic with me. Also a grad student.
That's right.
Jumping in to help out the Athletic Communications Office. So, Matt, big thank you for your time and effort this evening, and I think maybe the rest of the week. We'll see.
Absolutely, yeah, man. I'm looking forward to joining the Sports Information Department this week. A couple of studs over there, Liam Dole and Andrew Bookman. Those are my guys down there.
Nice bucket by Narachi inside. Diplomats springing her loose. Harden tries to find Zimmerman, instead over to Eckley. Eckley turns the corner and then up and under. Through contact, no good. Zimmerman with the rebound, can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by the Diplomats, and then quickly the other way. Narachi, great take. Can't get it to go. Rebound falls to the hand of Fight, and Jacqueline Fight with the finish, a sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Great effort there to get down the court, hustling down to get that rebound, too.
This game's been almost a double-digit lead the whole time. It's been trimmed down to 15 as High shoots that one from downtown. Rebound by Springer out to Eckley. We'll try the 3-ball again. That one is good.
That one. That's actually going to be a 2. Looks like her foot was on the line there.
Excuse me.
Very close.
Didn't see that one as I was trying to move the camera over, but
I would have said it would look like a 3-2, but pretty close call.
Turning the corner and taking it herself is Galligan. Can't get it to go. Falcons going the other way.
Nice.
High over to Springer. Springer can't finish. Grabs her own rebound, and that one's going to be a foul on the floor.
Springer can't get that left to go, unfortunately. Great no-look pass there by Amber High.
If that one would have been finished off, I would have bet you would have seen that one on the highlight of the night later this evening. As the Falcons pushing it quickly in transition. A couple of nice finds, and then Springer with a Diplomat right on her shoulder. Couldn't get it to go.
Yep.
Messiah with 20 seconds on the shot clock. 4:51 remaining in regulation. Madison Ike thought about the mid-range jumper to Harden. Harden looked initially like she had it taken away. It's her and 3 Diplomats fighting for it. Jump ball called. It'll stay with the Falcons.
It'll stay here. Thanks to the work of Megan Zimmerman. Like you said, Matt, that jump ball doesn't show up in the box score, but we're going to get that one back now because of that.
We know it in here, up here in the booth. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Harden doing her work with the left hand, tries to get the jumper to go. No good, gets it right back, and surely that was a shot clock violation. Not called, so the bucket's going to count by Harden.
Wow.
And that was a surprising call, as it was clear that she did not have that ball off in time.
Yeah,
But no replay, and it's going to count. Here's a 3-ball taken by the Diplomats. Rebound grabbed by Adams. Handoff to Harden, and Harden keeps control just barely. Looked like that was going to be taken away. Here's Eckley in the corner. Oh, don't know who that one was to, but it found the hands of Madison Ike. 3-ball by Morgan Adams is blocked. And we've had some interesting play here in the last 30 or 40 seconds.
Sure have, Matt.
Here's Galligan. Inside to Williams. Williams, no good, gets it back.
Forward.
Right back to her, defended by Megan Zimmerman, and Williams goes down in a heap. Foul called against the Falcons and Megan Zimmerman.
Yeah. Interesting call there. Looked like Zimmerman got a lot of ball there, but Williams working hard to get a couple of her own rebounds there.
First-year head coach for the Diplomats, Brianna Spector, a little perplexed as to how that shot clock violation bucket was not called against the Falcons in her first season as the interim head coach for Franklin and Marshall. Has navigated the Diplomats to a 4-5 record. If this one holds, they'll be 4-6 this season, playing in the Centennial Conference. Got a full slate left this season, starting with Muhlenberg on Wednesday.
And a lot of bright spots for them coming out other than the first quarter. I mean, you erased that first quarter, and this is a decently close game here, Matt. Unfortunately for the Diplomats, they did get blown out there in that first quarter.
It's true, they're outscoring the Falcons 10-4 in this quarter. Messiah edged them by just 1 point in the second quarter, 17-16. And then Messiah with a 4-point advantage in the third quarter. So they're actually up by 1 if you wipe away that first quarter. Unfortunately, you play all 4 quarters if you're a Diplomat fan.
That's right.
And the Falcons were dominant for those first 10 minutes. Megan Zimmerman gets this one blocked by Williams. Nice athletic play. I think she's got a few blocks on the night. We'll try to take a peek at that one. That's her 5th block of the evening.
Yeah,
so
she's been working hard down there. There's only 3 seconds here on the shot clock, Matt. Falcons have to work hard to get one up here. Find a good look.
Messiah's been in this situation a couple times this evening with just a couple of seconds on the shot clock. Milanese gets that one off. I will say that one was off in time. Didn't get it to go. And jumper is taken by 25, Galligan. No good. Rebound by Zimmerman and the Falcons.
Nice
Wagman.
crossover by Haley Wagman, but gets that one blocked as well.
Wagman tried to drive down low with the trees and got that one swatted.
That's 6'3", Jacqueline Fight. Another nice steal by Milanese.
Milanese over to Adams. Adams in transition gets it to go.
Good to see that one go down. She got hit in the air. Did a great job finishing that shot.
That's what playing in your home gym will do, you know. Little shooter's roll on the mid-range jumper. We're going to have a quick timeout. And, Matt, we're going to take it with them. Falcons leading 63-44. We'll step away in just a second. All right, we're back. Just over 2 minutes remain in regulation. Falcons holding a 63-44 lead over the Franklin and Marshall Diplomats. Morgan Adams to the line to finish off an and-one play. Not a traditional and-one play. Knocked down a mid-range jumper.
Not at all, Matt.
And didn't
nice
get that one to go.
A nice finish nonetheless. And Emma Bell, number 43, the freshman, is going to check in for the Falcons.
Driving through the lane. No good. Rebound by Milanese.
Great work. Nice athletic play there by Chloe to come down. Snag that one. As Haley Wagman comes off the screen. Can't knock down that jumper.
Williams with the board. She's got 5 blocks this evening. Gets this one inside. A nice finish by Jacqueline Fight.
That's going to be, I believe, 8 points, maybe 10 for Fight on the night.
Here's Madison Ike. 90 seconds to go in this one. Here's Adams from the corner. No good. Rebound by Williams. Would love to know how many rebounds she has to go along with those blocks. This ball quickly ahead to Fight.
Fight's going to drive down the lane, but gets swatted there by Morgan Adams.
Yeah, Williams with 12 rebounds now to go along with those 5 blocks. So a big defensive game.
Final minute of regulation. 1 minute.
Adams with a mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. And timeout called by Franklin and Marshall. Make a couple of substitutions here in the final 55, we'll call it 56 seconds of play.
30-second timeout.
So as we update you here, got a couple of stats for the night for you. So leading off the scoring is going to be Leah Springer with 15 points, then Amber High with 13, all of which came in the first half. Morgan Adams has 12, and Elena Eckley with 11. The Falcons are shooting 36.8% from the field, 3 of 11 from 3, and shooting 10 of 13 from the stripe, Matt. So not the best night for the Falcons shooting. Started off hot, as we saw there in the first quarter, and just haven't been able to maintain it. Good sign, though, is I think there's been a lot of bodies rotating in and out of this Mike Miller lineup. A lot of, not as much experience with this team. There's still a lot of upperclassmen leadership, but a lot of minutes for Reese Harden, Milnese. You see Emma Bell getting in there tonight. So some good minutes for some needed players who are going to have to be big coming down the stretch for the Falcons. Not having as much experience as they did in the last couple of years, making some. Well, last year, we think that could have been a national contender type team potentially, and the year before, obviously a Sweet 16 bid got cut short due to COVID. So we'll see.
It's true.
What they're able to do this year.
A team with a lot of wins under their belt.
That's right.
Over the years, but not as many games. Only 11 games last season that they were able to play, which you're referencing, Matt. Something I think is a huge. If I was looking at this stat sheet this evening, only 11 turnovers for the Falcons. Yep. So I think their lowest turnover game of the season, if they can keep it there. But that's something you like to see. Don't turn the ball over. Don't give empty possession, as Bell with the block on Williams. It's going to stay with Franklin and Marshall with 29.9 seconds remaining. Falcons currently sit in second place in the MAC Commonwealth behind the York Spartans. Williams grabs the board and is going to be fouled in the process, but taking a quick peek at the MAC Commonwealth standings, York out in front 4-0. Messiah 3-1 in the conference. Couple of teams 2-2. It's going to be Widener, LVC, and Stevenson, all deadlocked at 2-2. It's early in the conference schedule. Falcons are going to take on the Alvernia Golden Wolves on Saturday.
That's right, Matt. Right
here on Jordan Court and Hitchcock Arena at 4 o'clock, part of a doubleheader with the men's team. Maybe you mentioned it earlier, Matt, but men's basketball team going to be taking on the Carnegie Mellon Tartans tomorrow night right here on Jordan Court and Hitchcock Arena as Williams knocks down both free throws.
That'll be another big one.
Well, I started talking about the Falcons not turning the ball over, and they do right there. So that would make it a dozen. Messiah takes it right back, though, with 10 seconds left.
She's going to give it right back, though, and the Falcons are going to just hold this one out as the clock expires. And the Falcons take home a nice victory on the day.
A nice win for the Falcons. They dominated that opening quarter, and that was the difference right there. Messiah holds on for a 15-point victory. They led, I think, by 19 or 18 points at the end of that first quarter.
Right.
So
Yep.
a big first quarter kind of leads the way. Kind of just were able to put in cruise control and ride out the rest of this contest.
Yep. Absolutely, man.
But either way, Messiah holds on for the 63-48 victory. They improve to 10-2 on the season. And they'll be back in action this weekend on Saturday. They host Alvernia for a MAC Commonwealth matchup right here on Jordan Court and Hitchcock Arena.
Yep.
Matt, any final thoughts from the game today before we sign off?
No, Matt, it has been fun. I'm glad to be joining you out here today, and I look forward to joining you guys a couple more times this week, potentially helping out. And, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Good to see the Falcons come out on top and hopefully build that momentum, keep it rolling through the rest of the season. So.
Sure hope so. Sure hope so. We have to say a big thank you to you, Matt, for jumping on and helping us out. We are short-staffed this week, so bear with us as we didn't have as many graphics as we normally do on our broadcast, not as many replays. Oh, really, I don't think we had any tonight, but not as many as normal, not all the bells and whistles, but we're trying to give you a decent product at home. We really thank you for joining us here on GoMessiah.tv for another Messiah women's basketball victory. Messiah holds on, and maybe not holds on, but earns the 63-48 victory thanks to a big first quarter against the Franklin and Marshall Diplomats. So from all of us here at GoMessiah.tv, I'm Matthew Fenton alongside Matt Burr saying thank you so much for joining us. We hope your new year is off to a wonderful start. We'll see you next time on GoMessiah.tv. Have a great night.